morning, everybody. Starting off another day here with some coffee, and today some other stuff too. Gonna try a first on the show here. Took a trip to Shinsaibashi yesterday, so I was gone for most of the day, so we really only got the coffee chat stream in yesterday. I just noticed I forgot to update my date on here, so I'm going to try to do that throughout the show. Hopefully it'll be fixed by the end of the show here when I have a second. But yeah, it is the 4th today. It's not the 3rd, so just ignore my stream date down there. Went to Shinsaibashi yesterday with Yuki to make some cologne and some perfume. Actually, they have some places there that you're able to do that. So gave that a try. Did some other shopping. Went by like the kind of like a 100 yen store, but also like a do-it-yourself store, kind of like a Home Depot type place, but not as hardcore as that. But I saw something there that looked really handy. You can kind of see here. I've officially become a Japanese old man now. It is still very cold here in Japan, and I saw these hanging there, and I looked at it. You wear these a lot of times when you go to the like onsen or something, when you go for a trip. And it's basically just like a padded like shoulder cover thing here. And it has like a little tie in the front that you can use. But when I'm in my room and stuff here, if I'm not blasting the heater, which recently I've been trying not to blast the heater too much because it blows right on my face, and while I'm talking I tend to get really messed up voice. For the last probably like week or so, I've kind of been battling with like a messed up voice from just overuse, and I think I actually was catching a bit of a cold, so I thought this might come in handy, especially if I do any streams where I keep the window open for the Japan cam. But yeah, so I'm officially an old man. Yuki called me a grandpa, basically, but I asked her if she cared if I bought it, and she said, no, go ahead, be a grandpa. So apparently I'm not losing points for wearing this, but yeah, I've officially become a Japanese grandpa now, so you may see me sporting this from time to time on our night streams too. But yeah, got my my coffee made. We're using our Stitch mug today. Really kind of sad. My Yuki gave me this. She surprised me with it, but I've noticed it's starting to chip all over the place. I don't think this one's going to last very long, unfortunately. I think she wanted to get me... Oh, wow, look at this. As we speak here, falling apart in front of me. Yeah, we don't have like a dishwasher or anything, so this hasn't been put in the dishwasher. This is just washed normally, but yeah, it's one of those things when you order things online, you never really know. She got me a official Starbucks DCA Disney California Adventure mug, really big one for water that I really like. It's also a coffee mug, but it's a really big, even bigger than this, that she actually surprised me with on stream while we were doing some gaming. And she also at the same time apparently ordered this because she knows I love Stitch so much. But here we go again, another piece falling off here. We'll put that over there for now. Yeah, she I think she just wanted to get me something that had Stitch on it too, because I love Stitch so much. But there probably wasn't an official product for Starbucks, so she probably had to go online and order from somewhere a little less well, you can see here, it looks like it's already fallen apart. Yeah, before that I noticed like some chips up here at the top, but this is a new development. Maybe when it peels all the way off, we'll find that there's a fresh like Stitch mug underneath too, with a different pattern on it or something. Can only hope for the best. What is that? Let's see. Okay, I gotta clear my chat from yesterday. Sorry, let me do that really quick. Yeah, my stream manager has been I've been a little less active on Twitch the last couple days just because I have been a little bit under the weather, and we did have some plans already. We had our date to go make perfume together, which I took a lot of video. It turned out to be a great trip for video. Not only was Yuki looking cute as she always is when she gets dressed up to go out, but we actually ran into quite a few game-related stores that I was not expecting to hit. One of them I was super happy about. I think it was so good, actually. The finds, I mean, not the... I'm sure my video quality, because I'm just holding it by hand, it's a little bit shaky, so it's not steady or professional. I don't know if I'm ever really going to be able to use a gimbal or something like that to get the footage more stable, just because as soon as anybody from any of the stores in Japan see like that you're using a gimbal, or even if you're putting the phone sideways like I did yesterday, you get more looks, and it's very, very likely that, you know, you'd be asked to just not film the products that they have in the store and stuff like that, which, you know, I kind of want to introduce everybody to all the cool stuff that's in Japan. As you know, I like to blend in here. I don't want to stand out and cause a scene in public or anything like that. So I've made the concession that while I'm holding the camera, I'm not going to be doing any dialogue or anything like that. It's going to be specifically for taking the footage, you know, which is probably good too, because when I bring it up in like coffee chats, I usually talk over it too, so then there's two of me talking, so kind of figuring out how to do it. But yeah, even yesterday, just holding the phone sideways, there were times nobody asked me to stop, but there was a couple times when just simply walking around the store and like, oh hey, that's a cool thing on the shelf there, and just pulling out the phone, taking a sideways video, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about that long, and I was already getting some looks. So having like an actual gimbal, I think that's just going to be like, uh-oh, there's one of those dangerous Japanese YouTubers or foreign YouTubers in Japan that are causing all the trouble here, when they are a big nuisance. So I can feel for that, but it does suck that all of us are kind of getting pulled into that as well. Because like yesterday, I found some really cool stuff. I actually, the original plan was to introduce all that video on stream today during the coffee chat, but after going back and looking at like all the cool finds we had yesterday, I think I need to take my first crack at making an actual YouTube video that's edited. I've never edited a video in my life. All of these, it's kind of the way why I run this show the way I do, just as more of like a live show than a show that I need to cut up and edit afterwards, just because I've never touched Premiere before. But I did go ahead and my Adobe subscription for Photoshop did come up, and instead of just renewing it, I decided to upgrade it to have Adobe Premiere, After Effects, and a lot of other tools in there that I think are probably, for the long-term health of our channel, it probably is going to help quite a bit. And so I think I need to just start getting in there and start using Premiere and getting used to the editing thing. I do think that the majority of the content on my channel still will be this format, because of the fact that I can get so much of it done and up quickly. And YouTube seems to be a numbers and consistency game. So consistency being king, I need to make it as easy as possible for me, since you know, I do still have a full-time job. I am doing this kind of just as a side thing. So the majority of the content will be this format here, but I do think I want to start adding in some edited videos as well when we have something really cool. And I won't go into too much because I want to kind of save it for that video, but we're in Shinsaibashi in downtown Osaka yesterday, and we had some time to kill before our appointment to make the cologne and perfume, which turned out to be a lot of fun too. But we had a couple hours to kill, so we just decided to get some Starbucks, and we walked around. It's called Parco. It's a big building in Shinsaibashi that has just a ton of different shops in it. I've gone like down to like the first, second floor or so, but I've never gone up the escalator. It's a big building. It goes up probably at least 15 floors or so. But yeah, yesterday, so we kind of were just looking to kill some time, and we went up to we've probably explored half the building or so. We did stop halfway through because we already had so much footage, and our appointment was coming up. But I walked around the corner, and I saw something from afar that caught my attention. I was like, is that what I think it is? And like, from a distance, I see a statue, like a full-size, life-size statue of the Onion Knight from the Souls series. And I'm like, no, wait, it can't be. And I got closer, and it turned out to be a full store, not a pop-up store either, like a store that actually just exists there. And it was a full, it wasn't run specifically by From Software, but it was an artist that has worked for From Software. He has his own store where it seems like he has official rights to a lot of like the concept art and stuff that he's done. And it was a full store full of everything from the Souls games. If I had to guess, probably about like 50 different t-shirts, like Praise the Sun, like there were Sekiro goods, there was Elden Ring goods. They had a Millennia, I believe her name was, the gold arm. They had one of those there in the store. Really cool pop-up store that had a ton of stuff. They had a lot of jewelry, Elden Ring and Soulsborne jewelry based off of Dark Souls, Demon Souls. All your Souls needs are met. They had art books. Really cool store. I went ahead and talked to the guy at the front counter because I was kind of curious if maybe he was the concept artist. Turned out he was just a guy that was working there, but I asked them about the store and like how long it's going to be around, and apparently it is a store that is just here for good, at least for now. There's only one in Osaka, one in Tokyo, and they have a lot of different it's all stuff that you can only get at those stores, but they do have an online store as well. So I'm going to introduce all that stuff, but it's so much content. And then we also found a really cool Capcom store, like a full-size Capcom store that I didn't know existed. The Capcom store had like a full-size Ryu statue. There was a bunch of signed merchandise from like the Capcom team, big Mega Man statue, some really cool stuff. So I think that's gonna just be its own video that I do as an edited thing. Might not pop up super quick because, as I said, I've never used Premiere, so this would be my first video that I actually attempt to edit and not just record here on Twitch. Well, the coffee cup itself may be falling apart today, but it's still keeping my coffee very hot, scalding hot actually. But before we get into game stuff, that's another thing that I wanted to introduce today. We'll briefly introduce it. I'm only going to do a little bit of it because I don't really want to eat a bunch of food on camera, and this is a food introduction. We bumped into these the other day, and we were surprised at how good they were. Let me share my desktop. So 7-Eleven in Japan right now, they've started a new thing. By the way, Butaman for the win. There's two types. There's Butaman and there's Nikuman. Butaman is like big pieces of pork in the steamed bun, and then Nikuman is kind of like the more minced pork, I would believe. Yeah, it would be pork. They're both pork, but the Butaman, the one on top, if you're in Japan and 7-Eleven, go for the one on top here. Don't go for the bottom one. One on top is better. Those are always there though. But new thing, they've started donuts at 7-Eleven, which Yuki found them. Apparently they're also doing cookies, hot cookies, but for some reason our 7-Eleven doesn't have them, so we might have to look at a different one for that. But they have these 3 different types of donuts now, and when she said she wanted to go try them, like my first thought was like, 7-Eleven, I just thinking about like the equipment they have access to there, I just wasn't really expecting anything that great compared to like Mr. Donuts or something like that. Mr. Donuts is really good. Big donut chain here, but they're very, very unsweet. Unsweet, is that a word? Losing my English living here too long. They're not very sweet anyways, but it's one of those things that like the longer you're over here it kind of grows on you, to the point where if I have a regular American donut right now, I just don't like how sweet it is. It just seems like way too much. Like Krispy Kremes in particular are just insanely sweet. They have started doing Krispy Kreme in Japan here now. I did try it once. It's way sweeter than like Mr. Donuts, but it's still not quite as sweet as Krispy Kreme in America, which is probably for the best, but still too sweet for me. So yeah, I wasn't really expecting too much from these, but we gave them a try. We tried all three the first time. This was like a couple days ago, and they were surprisingly good. They warm them up for you. 7-Eleven, has really good food for just like a convenience store, like sandwiches. A lot of the salad bowls and things like that are really good. The butamans are really good. So compared to America's 7-Eleven, by far, way better, but still wasn't really expecting too much. But they turned out to be really good. So I went, I had a couple appointments this morning, but decided to go back and see if I could get a couple. And they have three types right now. There's custard, which is here, choco, with chocolate one, and then maple, which is kind of like a maple syrup type one. Apparently, you're supposed to put them. They give you them. They come in these bags here, and I'll show these here. But they come in bags like this, and I guess you're supposed to put the sugar in. And let's see if she gave it to me again. See here, digging around in my bag. Yeah, today too. So they didn't really give any instructions with it again, so we just ate the donuts regular the first time. But apparently, you're supposed to take these normal old 7-Eleven sugar packs and just pour them into the bags and then shake them around, and then they'll be coated with sugar like the ones up here. I actually don't think they need that, so we're not going to be doing that today. But I wanted to show the three different kinds here. Let me zoom in. This is a first, so we don't usually do food stuff on here, but I'm not going to make you guys endure me stuffing my face with donuts the whole time. So we'll kind of we'll show you what each of them look like. I'll probably take one bite of each because I am kind of hungry right now. So this is like the packaging here. 7-Eleven. They come in these little pouches, donut pouch. Yeah, see, this is a 7-Eleven donut. The consistency is a little strange. Like, I would actually almost say the consistency is a little closer to like a bagel, like an American bagel, more than a donut is. Like you can touch it and it's not going to get your hand all gross or anything, unless you put sugar on it. But this is the chocolate one here. I'll take a little piece off of that there. See, this is what it looks like in here. Very, very light chocolate taste. Yeah, like I would think most American people probably would have this and say that it just doesn't taste like much of anything. It's just not enough chocolate flavor. But for me, it's just perfect. Yuki too. She loves really, really chocolatey things. Oh, that is good. I like that. It's really good. It's a little bit oily. Like you get a little bit of oil on your hand. I do have some tissues here ready for it, but yeah, no, I like that a lot. I actually kind of like that better than Mr. Donuts chocolate donuts, just because Mr. Donuts chocolate, like, while it's not too sweet, it does have a really, really strong chocolate taste, and usually my first couple bites, I'm enjoying it. But as it goes on, it gets to be a little overpowering. Yeah, that's good. Sorry, I had to wash that down with some of our coffee here. We're actually drinking coffee on Coffee Chat today. A lot of times I make coffee and then I forget to drink coffee because I'm too busy talking, but gonna try another one here. As I said, I've already tried all these once, so I already know which one's my favorite. This one that I'm opening now, this is the maple one. This is the one that Yuki likes the best. It's got a really, really distinct honey maple smell to it. Yeah, a little wet there from like condensation. That's not like, it's not like sticky or anything like that. There is no like sticky surface to that. That's why, as I said, it's kind of similar to like a bagel more than it would be like an actual American donut. You see there, the camera's focusing on that. Yeah. Now this one has more flavor. I see why she likes this one, because this one is sweeter. Yeah, that's really good. I like that. Sorry, I'm one of those people that if I eat, I have to have some type of liquid. Surprisingly, I would say the majority of my Japanese friends, though, I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's just like a cultural difference or what, but like a lot of people, they can have a whole meal in front of them and not have like a glass of water or anything, and they're totally okay with it. My girlfriend is one. Yuki, a lot of times while we have lunch or something, she doesn't even have a glass of water in front of her, and I don't know, for me, I just always have grown up, of course you have like water to wash everything down or something to wash everything down, but a lot of times over here, you know, you get really small drinks. The drink size are super small wherever you go, so a lot of times, like, you know, like yesterday we had it also probably show up in the video that I make, but we went to ramen afterwards, and we had a bunch of food, like a really big ramen bowl and some chahan, which is like the fried rice. But we got halfway through the meal and my drink was already gone, and I was having a hard time eating the food without a drink, so I had to like borrow some of Yuki's water to wash it all down. But yeah, that is good. I still think probably of the two, I probably do like the maple one a little bit better, but the other one is good too. Let's see, we got our final one. So this is my favorite. Spoilers for that. Yuki actually didn't like this one very much, but I think this one is awesome. This is like the main reason I wanted to go back and get them. Okay, so no holes in this donut, so no donut holes will be had. Or I guess you could kind of think of it as like you're getting your donut hole packed in there with there, but it is open in the middle. And here we'll rip it apart. Let's see here. Yeah, see that? It's got Japanese style custard in the middle. Oh yeah, without a doubt, this is the best one. If you're gonna get the donuts at 7-Eleven, get the custard donut. That's the one. It does seem to be the most popular though, because the first time we went, we got it, and then we drove by and we stopped to get some other things yesterday, but they didn't have the custard one yesterday, so we weren't able to get it. So yeah, this is a new problem. We might be these are dangerous. Over the summer, 7-Eleven, they were doing smoothies. Let me see if I can find that on here too. That was interesting. We got really into that too. We ended up starting to make 7-Eleven smoothies. Images. Yeah, so these guys here. Yeah, 7-Eleven in Japan is really cool. So it basically just had some like yogurt that's been kind of frozen in the bottom, kind of in ice form yogurt, as well as some frozen berries. And you take it over to the machine. Oh, it looks like there's a video. Okay, I guess apparently it went viral. This is not my video. This is Stins Daily? Oh, looks like they're doing the mango one. I tried the mango one. It was okay, but I preferred the berry one. Yeah, and they're really good. So yeah, we got really into those over the summer, which we ended up just going back to making our own smoothies at home. But comparing smoothies to donuts, I'm sure we were probably doing a lot better running off to 7-Eleven to get smoothies than it would be to get donuts every 5 minutes. So I'm gonna have to be careful about that. But there was one more thing that the first time we went, I have not tried. So I have not tried this. It's not really a breakfast thing, but which is okay because it's actually 12:30 now. Late coffee chat today because I had to run off to a physio appointment for my back. Hopefully, they told me end of the week I might be able to play tennis lightly. So there was one more thing that caught my eye here. This carbonara pasta. I don't know if that's something that's a Japanese thing or not, so I better search that too. Let me bring it up. Carbonara. I don't even know what the English would be for that. Carbonara. Okay, so it is. Maybe this is an Italian word. Switch to the desktop view. Yeah, so this is a really form of pasta in Japan. You see it pretty much anywhere you go, you'll have it. It's a mixture of like egg, Parmesan cheese, just a little bit of cheese, more egg than anything, and kind of like a creamy sauce. Not really fettuccine alfredo because it just doesn't have very much cheese aside from the Parmesan on top, but usually has ham or bacon on the top. Really good. But there was, when I went to 7-Eleven today, they had we'll get back to our gaming page before I forget there. They had these little things. They're called oh, that's this picture of outside. We don't want to look outside. Look at me, watch me eat my Japanese convenience store food. So this one here is carbonara age, it's called, and that just basically means like fried carbonara, which, yeah, I mean, without doing tennis for about a month and a half here, I'm definitely feeling the pain when I look at the scale recently. So we're not helping that at all today, but so this is a little, I think of it like a macaroni and cheese ball, I guess, like you would get at like the Cheesecake Factory. Sideways view. But apparently this has carbonara inside. I've never tried it. To be honest, looking at it up close, it doesn't look as good as I thought it might. Let's give it a try. Okay. No, that's definitely carbonara. The color is a little weird. Usually carbonara is like more of a white color. This is kind of a brown color, so I'm not sure why that is. Hopefully it hasn't gone bad because I don't really want to get sick, but it's decent. But I was actually expecting like the pasta to be inside of it too, but the pasta wasn't inside of it. It was just like the cream. It's okay. I'll probably finish it, but it's probably not going to be on a repeat list for me. So I don't know. I'd say try that one with caution. But yeah, it's probably about that time where we actually look at some game stuff and stop stuffing our face with 7-Eleven donuts and carbonara age. I don't know fried carbonara, I guess. Yeah, it has like a bacon taste that stays in your mouth. See how that is washed down by some coffee. Yeah, okay. There, we just cleansed our carbonara mouth with that. Cool. So there was some news that popped off. Just one thing in particular that came to my radar here. It does look like it's a little bit longer than I thought it was. So the new Battlefield was apparently revealed while I was sleeping. It will include a campaign, apparently. This link here, I don't think it even linked to the actual video, so I just went and found it on YouTube. Oh, maybe this is it too. But I found a different stream for it. So I want to go ahead and take a look at that. This screenshot here is the only thing I've seen so far. As you guys know, I'm a former Call of Duty developer. I've worked on 3 different Call of Duties: Modern Warfare 2019, Advanced Warfare, and Call of Duty Ghosts. So this is definitely in my lane of, Battlefield was always the competition for Call of Duty, although I think they were obviously trying to play catch up with us. Me personally, as a gamer, they're very, well, art-wise, they're in the same lane as me with Call of Duty. They're very different things for me as a player. If I'm in the mood to play Call of Duty, that wouldn't necessarily mean I'm in the mood to play Battlefield. But then again, that's before the Warzone days. I've not gotten into the whole Warzone craze for Call of Duty. I still look at Call of Duty as mainly a single-player campaign, and then I play some multiplayer after that. So I guess now they are kind of blurring the lines and getting closer, but for me still, Battlefield 2 was my favorite of the Battlefield games. I did like 2142 a lot, or was it 2042? Whatever the first one was, the one that came out right after Battlefield 2. Those 2 are the ones that I like the best. Played a little bit of 3, briefly got into it, played some 4, but I still feel like it was best with 2. So I'm hoping maybe they get back to something closer to the feel of Battlefield 2. But I've never seen the trailer, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. Let's see, I'm trying to think if I should leave audio on. I would think it'd be okay to have it on. I don't know if this is somebody doing commentary over it, I'll probably turn it off. But ooh, wow, that already looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and cut the music for this here. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't get me. Which would be the best ones here? Okay, what kind of sounds are we dealing with?
A sense of the art style and combat in the more.
Okay, so I think this is somebody's commentary. Hold on one second. Maybe the Kotaku video will be better. Because actually I want to see. Is this the presentation that they did?
Defending that last point in break.
Okay, yeah, let's watch this.
You and your squad going together, trying to accomplish something.
Helicopter crashes into the building next to you, and all of a sudden the roof drops on your head.
The vehicle play is the destruction.
I think I might know
You've got
that.
tanks, you've got jets.
You get a bit sweaty and you.
Is that Josh Lindsay? Hard to tell from the side view. It might be one of my former coworkers.
Jets.
You get a bit
From,
sweaty in your palms.
Call of Duty.
That's full, all-out military experience.
No, that might not be.
It's just
hard to
unlike
say
any other game I've
Okay,
played.
no, that's not him. Lucius looked very similar. He always wore hats like that when he had the
This
big red
franchise
beard
comes
too.
with a
So
long
my
history,
bad. Sorry, Josh.
spanning over 20 years now. But the question is, how do we continue to build on that and push Battlefield to the next level?
Has been a while. I want a new Battlefield game.
I've been playing Battlefield since long before I joined the team. When 1942 first came out, the amount of fun that we all sat down and had with it is just, still like a fond
I
memory.
didn't start with 1942,
So in
but I
joining
did
the
start with the
Battlefield team,
original
it was about the
Battlefield.
opportunity to give that team that space to do something
War
just
II one.
more amazing even than they've done in the past.
We set out with this ambitious idea of creating this new Battlefield universe. And to make that vision reality, we had to think big.
Yes, I did play 1942, yeah.
Each
Oh
of
my
our
goodness.
4 studios comes with its own culture and expertise into what we call Battlefield Studios.
One team that spans
they're taking
across the
the
globe
Ubisoft-
and combines 20 years
Ubisoft,
of franchise experience with emerging talent.
Process, kind of like studios around the
DICE
globe
has
all
such a
pitching
rich
in.
history with Battlefield. We've been working on it for years and years.
Might as well eat some of these donuts
But we
while
also
I
want
watch.
to do something bigger and better than we've ever done before. And you can't do that with one studio.
DICE is responsible for the multiplayer part of the game, which incorporates things like destruction systems, class play, squad play, vehicles, gadgets, all of those kind of underlying systems that drive the experience.
So here at Motive, we're working on multiplayer maps, and we're also working on single-player mission contents.
We're driving a cinematic experience to the level
Using
that's
the
never
same
been done on
Cintiq that I've
Battlefield
got
before.
here. Big drawing pad for a monitor. That's what I use for my main
has
monitor.
a long history of working on the Battlefield franchise.
We're working on an experience that is really going to open Battlefield up to a whole group of new players, but really still exciting that core audience that has made this
Ryan
franchise so
MacArthur.
successful.
Okay. Apologies to Ryan and
Criterion have been
Josh for
supporting Battlefield
confusing
for
the two of
a
you.
decade now, and now we're going to bring that to the table as a fully fledged kind of partner in the Battlefield studios.
Mainly, we've been focused on the single-player experience. So the campaign is back for Battlefield.
Thank God.
We have never before had this many
Looks like
teams
it was-
and talents
that looked like
dedicated
a
to the
World War
development
II
of
shot,
Battlefield. And we have a plan to create a new, exciting future for the franchise, alongside our players.
Just me personally,
This game has so much
want a
potential.
World War II game, but
So I
that's
think
just
it's
because I'm
about
a
giving
huge
the team
World
this
War
time
II
to
history
really
buff.
hone their craft.
We have to prototype,
No,
play test,
looks like
get
it's modern.
feedback,
And then repeat that loop.
Over and over and over again. We have to find gameplay that really resonates with the players and then build on that.
Battlefield Labs is our new development initiative where players will get to test specific focus areas in the game.
Oh boy. So
we've
we're
done
now
similar things in the past,
outsourcing
but this is a whole
our
nother
testing
level.
jobs.
We're doing
That's
it
kind of
before
a-
we launch the game, and we're doing it
Hopefully
with
that's not
so
what
much
that is.
more content.
It's an exciting way for us to interact with our audience before things go live and make sure that what
Also
we have
cost
is really fun
effective,
and
I would
polished.
But we
imagine.
have to test everything, combat to destruction to maps and modes.
We're going to
I
test
hope
all
they're
the new
being
features that we're
compensated
putting
for
out,
their-
and we're going to test hardware like weapons, vehicles, and gadgets.
We can try different things, but also validate what players are expecting from
And I
Battlefield.
mean, my first thought is
That
just
feedback is
what does
crucial
this
in
do to
helping us
the
know
head
what to
count for the
prioritize, what
testing
needs
team? Does
improvement,
this
and
affect
what
that
feels
at
like
all?
a true Battlefield
I hope it
experience.
doesn't.
We're pre-alpha, so now's the time to test all the experiences our teams have been building for our upcoming launch and beyond.
Obviously, you have to
Join
have
our Discord where you can learn more about our new
so
closed testing
enrolling,
environment.
Yeah.
We call
Usually
it
you'd be
Battlefield
paid for that
Labs.
type of thing. So anybody that sees this,
Let's build
I would
Battlefield together.
pre-alpha gameplay. Okay, here's our footage. It's very cool. Destruction is obviously a lot. Destruction was never our main thing for Call of Duty. We get into it a little bit. We have people that work. A good friend of mine is actually, I believe his actual title is Destruction Artist. So he's one of the ones making everything go explode and fall apart and stuff like that. But obviously Battlefield has always taken that stuff to another level, and that's kind of like one of their main things that they do. Yeah, no, it looks really good. I'm interested to see more. That was obviously just a little snippet. It does look really early to me. I can see some of the early test footage flaws in it, but you know, a lot of that stuff will be cleaned up. Obviously, the first reveal, the parts that they show, that's going to be the very most polished, most closest they have to anything that's going to be final game. But it's still just it's always going to look, well, in most cases it will end up looking better, except for cases where they go too heavy on the environments or the characters and stuff, and then they have to scale things back to get it to run at 60 frames per second. That does happen a lot, but usually if the team is on point and they're showing a good visual target, it is something they will be able to hit when they hit the final, and it should look a little bit better than that. So I would expect, you know, after we get closer to launch, we might see some stuff like that looks a little bit better than the little snippet that we saw. If not, that's a kind of a red flag, because that means that none of that was performant, and they could get little shaky cam screens like that, but if you need to make a full game like that, it's going to be chugging and not hitting frame rate. So I'm curious to see what they do. It's a really talented group of developers over there, so I have confidence that they'll probably put out something that's really good. little bit interested in the whole testing thing because, like, as I was saying, those are usually paid positions. If you're gonna have people focus group test your stuff, at least like you would get a day's pay for that. So I hope they're not just gonna start trying to crowdsource that stuff and people lose their positions internally. Obviously I just heard this right now, so I have no idea if that's the case or not. I would hope not, but yeah, the industry is changing quite a bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's not a new way to kind of cut back on roles and outsource more of that to the fans, because I think a lot of fans are probably just like, oh, I get to play a new game, yeah, I'll do that for free, but it's valuable feedback that you get from those type of playtests, so game studios are more than willing to pay for that type of feedback. So if anybody decides to sign up for that in the Discord, and they hear whether it's a paid role or not, let me know, because I'd like to hear how they're going about that. But yeah. I think that's where we're going to wrap it up today. I have some donuts here that are starting to get cold. My coffee is still very warm, but my cup is kind of falling apart. So I'm going to do my best not to drink any paint chips here. I'm guessing paint chips from probably a Chinese factory, I'm guessing, are not very good for my health, so we're gonna try to avoid that. Yeah, just during the stream here, like 3 or 4 pieces fell off of this, so poor Stitch. I really like this one. I like the graphic on there, but yeah, we might not be able to use it for very long, unfortunately. But yeah, I think that is our day. So let's see. Let's go back to the channel here. Over the weekend, made some more progress. Still not there yet. Obviously, we still haven't. I haven't really launched the channel yet. I do plan on making a push onto social media, onto Reddit and places like that, where people that might be interested in my channel gather and just kind of get the word out there. I have not done that yet, so we're still very low on subscribers, and I probably will be low on subscribers even after I do that, but up to 21 videos now. I've got just yesterday I got Coffee Chat number 7 uploaded, but I've got them all in playlists down here, so they're easy to watch. The ones that are missing right now that will be filled out here is there's a Delta Force group of videos, just 2 videos that we did for Delta Force. There's a probably 6 or 7 videos for Disney Speedstorm that would be here. There is our Void Elf playthrough with Villainous that has about 5 episodes that would be here. There is our Dwarven playthrough with Jerry for a while that is currently at 3 episodes. And unlocking an allied race, we have a video on that, but yeah, I think the next big thing I want to get on here is the Dark Souls store that I went to yesterday. I'm going to try to cut a video together this week, but it'll probably be a couple days out. So yeah, come check it out. There's more stuff populating here every day. It comes in spurts. Sometimes you'll get 5 or 6 videos all at one time. Other times it's just like 1 a day. Little by little, though, just trying to hit that consistency for the YouTube algorithm, so that I have at least 1 video going up every day. But yeah, hopefully our backlog will be cleared. About 40 some to go, I would say. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. Oh, nice. Yeah, how's it going, Merc Frosty? Yeah, I got some really good video. I hit that Dark Souls store just on accident yesterday. We were going around the corner and I saw the Onion Knight standing before me, full-size statue. Really cool stuff. A little bit on the pricey side, especially like the jewelry. They had a lot of Dark Souls jewelry and stuff. I would say sometime this week, when it does go live, I'll make sure on Coffee Chat to bring it up on page and show that it is live. Yeah, we got some good footage though. We hit a Capcom store as well. Also not really my biggest thing, but the Ghibli store. Yuki wanted to go to the Ghibli store, so we went inside the Ghibli store, and they have a bunch of photo ops there where you can sit on the train with the Kaonashi. Don't know what it's called in English. The dude in the robe that has no face, sitting on the train. So yeah, really cool stuff. Be sure to watch out for that. Yeah, so if your brother is in Japan and you're gonna make the stop, the places I talked to the clerk there. The places you need to go is either the Osaka store or the Tokyo store. There's only two. The Osaka store was inside a big high-rise, so if you're just walking around on the street, you're not gonna find it. You kind of have to know where you're going. It's in the Parco building. It's like PARCO. Probably about 6th or 7th floor, I'd say. But they do have, I brought back home a catalog, and they do have a QR code that has an online store. Not sure if it ships internationally, but in that video I'll be sure to show the QR code so everybody can check that out and try to scan it and see if they can order stuff too. Really cool stuff. There was just so much there that I wanted that it was hard to even focus on one thing. There was a really cool Praise the Sun sweatshirt that they had there with him there making the pose. The really cool Sekiro stuff as well. The Sekiro art was really cool. Yeah, there's just a lot of cool stuff that I did not expect to see waiting for me inside of the Parco building. Yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to get some content going today. I'm going to get some more videos uploaded. Also going to be doing some streaming tonight. I think we're going to get back to our Hogwarts Legacy. I think, was it episode 3 we're on now? Yeah, it's been on my screen here like the whole time. I don't know if you guys can see. My character has been standing in the same place we left off on episode 2 for I think 3 days now. It's just been on my TV here. So he's just hanging out, reminding me that I have to keep exploring the castle. We're gonna do some of that, do some World of Warcraft streams, I think, tonight, and yeah, we'll see what. This week I do have some off the grid stuff coming up too. I have a couple friends playing off the grid. They seem to like it a lot. It looks like something I'd like a lot. So I do have some graphics that I've done for that. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. My motion graphics folder here. Let's see. Just a little preview for that. Channel art, motion graphics. Yeah, so I've got this done here. We'll open this in VLC. Pull this on screen here. Yeah, I got my orc going here for this is the opening graphic I'm going to be using for that stream. So we've got him walking around. He's got all his. So that game, I guess, a big part is the you can cut off your limbs and put other limbs on to have higher performance. So it's kind of crazy. The guy from District 9 did a lot of the tech in there, so I'm really interested in it. I think probably not today, but probably maybe tomorrow we'll get some of those going too. But yeah, lots of exciting stuff going. I'm gonna get to it, so thanks for stopping by, everybody. Wish my coffee cup wasn't falling apart, but I'm gonna go take that downstairs and see if I can unpeel it and find another stitch down below. I'm hoping, because I do like this mug. Yeah, everybody have a good day. Thanks for stopping by for the vibes and staying for the Zug Zug. We're gonna be back with more Zug Zug tonight. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.